Welcome back, guys, to the Mindcrack server. We're on our trusty steed once again. We're heading through Ethos Tunnel once again, back to the new terrain, which is not loading once again, and things are laggy. Yep, you guessed it, things are laggy once again. So we are heading out to the new terrain. I said previously I was looking for a place for the new starter house. So I have a place in mind. We're going to go take a look at it today. There's a few caveats I have to give, though. So here's what I was doing. I basically spent 8 hours today. That's not an exaggeration. That's an exact figure to, I don't know, maybe round off, but nearly 8 hours, or maybe a little bit over 8 hours. Spent 8 hours looking for a place to live. Now, I didn't want to lag up our server too much. We've got some big problems with lag, particularly with horses. You see what's going on when I'm running here? We've had problems with lag. I didn't want to diminish anyone's experience. I also didn't want to explore a bunch of chunks that I'm never going to use. So I didn't want to do a walkabout, like pause, in other words. So I decided what I'd do is that I would load up the map in single player because the people on the server, we know oh gosh, we know the seed for the map, and we try to keep it private just so that people don't ow, okay, those need to be moved. We try to keep it secret just so that people don't send us like little personal messages like, hey, there's a zombie spawner here, there's a desert temple here. We try to keep it a little spoiler free so that when we find things, it's a genuine discovery. But we do know the seed, so I loaded it up in single player, and I flew around in creative mode for 8 hours looking for something that I thought looked cool. I have like a basic idea in mind for the way the house is gonna look. Nothing is set in stone, but I have this basic concept, and so I was looking for a certain geographical feature. So my house is going to be this gigantic thing. It's going to sit on the landscape, and unlike the lens, it's kind of like the lens 2.0, but not really. It's like the lens 2.0 in that it's going to be large, it's going to be complicated, it's going to have a lot of redstone-y stuff, it's going to have a lot of farms, all trying to integrate all that stuff into one system, right? Okay, hopefully we don't have too many gas problems here. I built this before, and now I cannot see down it, and it is kind of scary. Okay, here we go. These 4 torches right here, they are the goal. Let's put our fella down somewhere. Okay, don't move. I'm gonna before we make the portal, actually we can make the outline of it, and then I'm gonna make a little house around it, just so the ghasts can't blow it up. Okay, those blocks aren't being transmitted to me. That's fine, whatever. Merely netherrack. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll just make it the minimum size. I didn't even stop to think that we can make it bigger. But really, all I'm interested in right now is to be able to, let's see. I guess let's have some space on either side, just in case the horse or whatever animal we tried to push through here kind of goes through the wrong side, so they don't get stuck in the wall. What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Lost my train of thought a little bit. Oh, okay, yeah, my house. It's going to be large and complicated, have a lot of farms, and the interesting thing to me is trying to organize all that stuff so that it kind of looks like one big crazy thing. And last time the visual theme was sort of this floating cylindrical thing. With one source block of water, there was a limitation I set myself. So I have a sort of a thematic kind of visual style in mind. I also have, let's see, where's our staircase? Right here. I also have in mind a few limitations to sort of force me to find some creative solutions to things. And we'll get into that in future episodes. But the important thing is, let's see, let's leave this open. Important thing is that it needs to sit in the landscape. Unlike the lens, it's not going to be floating. It's going to kind of socket into the lens, like we plugged it in. And so I needed to find a spot that was interesting terrain. That's number one. Number two, it needs to be fairly uniform. So when this big thing, the big thing needs to be the attention getter for the house, or for the area. The house needs to be the focus. So I didn't want any of the new crazy. Let's see, how's this line of sight looking? Not enough. Gas can still shoot through there. And we could probably just close this off if something. If a horse spawns in here, we'll just pull him back through with a leash or something. Actually, we don't want him to walk all the way out here and then back in. Maybe I do want to close this off. We'll have to. I'm not sure exactly what'll happen. But as long as he doesn't take too much damage in the wall. What I really don't want him to do is go out a portal and back in too short of a time. I don't know if you can still lose your animal that way, but that... Whoa, that used to be a thing. Don't kill my horse. Please. Okay, so need to find cool terrain that's uniform. And I don't want any, like, crazy terrain like the new savanna mountain biomes that are so crazy and cool looking. I didn't want anything like that because that would sort of take the attention. Anything you build there needs to sort of fit within that. And you could definitely do some cool stuff there, and I thought about it. But I decided I wanted something uniform, but interesting. And since we're going to the new terrain, I wanted to try and make it one of the new biomes. And so basically with all those criteria, the ones that appealed to me, one of them was, where's this ghast? Is he nearby? Yeah, I think that's fine. That'll do. I just don't want a ghast to be able to blow out the portal with a fireball, but I don't think he'll have enough line of sight there. And we still have room for the horse to get through. Where's my... Here we go. Splack. All right. Let's see. I brought a number of things with me. Oh, I have some extra torches. Why do I have extra torches? That's odd. Let's just put them on the wall, I guess. And I guess it doesn't matter what's in our other hand. Where was I in my tale of daring do? Yeah, we don't need a place to put the horse here. We're going to tie him up on the other side. Hey, buddy. Do I have any more fences? That's what the empty spot was for, the fence. We are going to place that fence on the other side. Oh, yeah, the biomes. So the biomes that I looked at in my 8 hours of flying over the landscape, man, I got really tired. And I almost didn't make this video today. I almost put it off. I got so tired. But the biomes, one of them was the... Oh, gosh. One of them was the covered... Ouch. Okay, we need to edit that. One of them was the covered... I can't remember. The covered forest, the one with the canopy and the mushrooms growing in it. Because it sort of spreads out pretty evenly. I thought that would be kind of neat. And then my house could sort of rise above it. We could have these pathways underneath there in the dark part. That would be cool. Another one, actually, the new jungle. There's some jungle updates. Oh, and I popped out on the... That's weird. And he went through. Good. There's some jungle updates where there's like new jungle hills, and the jungles look better in general. And I found this area that was nice and uniform, and it looked pretty cool. But then I was, you know, watching videos while I'm doing this, because otherwise I get really bored. And BWO puts up a video, new jungle project, right when I had just looked at this area, and I thought it looked neat. He's like, oh, I'm going to do a project here. So, because my house is going to be so massive, and I'm going to take up a large piece of ground, I was like, all right, I won't use that. It was only a candidate. I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't have my heart set on it or anything. It was just a funny coincidence to me that I had just looked at that piece of land, and then up pops a video where someone else wants to build there. All right, here we go. But this is the one I decided on, right here. Oh. No, buddy. Come here. Maybe they won't go through anymore, because he was standing right in it. He didn't disappear. There must be a cooldown. Okay, let's come over. Let's put you down. Let's go farther away from the portal. Put you over here. Right up here on this little crest. All right, don't go nowheres. Stay putski. So this is the one I decided on. This, obviously, is a mesa. Now, there's some caveats that I mentioned earlier. The mesa biomes are fairly rare. The savanna biomes are pretty common. Some of the grasslands are common. Some of the other biomes are more common. Mesa, pretty rare. Our area where the new hub is, quote unquote. Let's see. Let's start putting some stuff down. We'll just leave the portal there in the open. I'm gonna make like a little shelter here to put some storage in and a bed that we will tear down later. Let's see. I'll put it right. I don't want to dig anything out. Is the thing. I don't want to disturb a single block. Not even this stuff. I don't want to disturb anything. I want a pristine landscape. How about over here? There's a nice flat open area where I will not disturb anything. And then it's right next to the portal. It's good. And we can start putting down this stuff. I brought a lot of stuff with me, namely some chests. Okay, so mesas, pretty sought after, and I don't want to bogart like a huge mesa area that someone else had their mindset on. So I'm not going to start building here just yet. So I'm going to wait to find out, see if anyone has their eye on this area. Now this is not the one they've been digging clay out of. This one is quite a ways out. It's like another 3,000 blocks away from that area where they've been digging out clay, where our new hub is. It's about 3,000 blocks from there. But here's the thing. I found a portal a little bit farther out in this mesa biome. It's not that far. I don't know exactly where it is, like the coordinates and whatnot, but it's right over there. And I've been trying to talk to people in Skype. 10 double boxes. I didn't make enough trap chests, obviously, but that'll get us going right there. I don't want to step on anyone's toes because I'm going to be taking a large area, and I want a pristine environment for my build. Like, I don't want anything touched, because the whole part of my build that I want to do is that it's going to sit on the landscape, and it's going to sort of be separate. I do this with most of my builds, where I don't do much invasive to the landscape, unless I'm going to do something like really invasive, like the Wasteland Village. Then I'll do something invasive. Okay, so let's put dirt there. Or stone. Let's put dirt here. And basically off camera, I'm going to transfer all my stuff out here. And if it turns out that somebody wants this area, we will move a little further out. There is another mesa biome that I know of. It's a little farther away, but it's definitely available. Let's see, we'll need an anvil. I also want some furnaces. We'll put furnaces... whatever. I'm taking too long deliberating over this stuff. Let's get some furnaces. Actually, I don't think I have this achievement to make furnaces yet on the server. I don't think I have not made any furnaces since we updated to that snapshot. So I can't put one there. Ooh, poor planning. I didn't plan at all. But it's just a little temp shelter thing anyway, so that's enough. Whatever. Let's get some stone, and I'm going to put up some walls while we talk. Whoa, about some plans. What are you doing? Oh, these... Grr. Gonna put up some walls. So I've been communicating with the guys on Skype, and I'm not sure who put up that portal. It may have been an exploratory portal. Just someone who like, hey, there's a mesa biome here. I don't really approve of the way the guys strip mined the other mesa, but I think we kind of agreed to only do that for that one and to leave the other ones mostly alone. And so that's why I wanted to come kind of way out here, where I wouldn't be in people's way. They would still be able to get the hardened clay they want. And if I want hardened clay, I will dig like underneath here, but try to keep the top layer intact. But if they want their hardened clay, then there's still those biomes closer to the hub. But the thing is, there was a portal here, so I'm not really sure if we're going to use this exact spot. So it's still a little bit up in the air. So I may decide to go a little bit farther out. And if we do that, then... oh, monsters are going to show up quick. Okay, this is like... Hurry up. We don't need a roof. We just need some walls. And it doesn't need to be that big. We can just do it like this. Okay, I can do it. We can do it. Horse, don't get killed. I'm pretty sure monsters don't attack the horses. Even if they're tamed. And did I even bring enough stone to finish the wall? With a ceiling and whatnot. I'm not sure. Well, we'll do as much as we can. But I looked around this area a while, and I really like it. It has all the it has the look that I need. I didn't know exactly what I was looking for when I came out here and explored for so long. But after I got out here, I knew this place, this was it. This was the one. I knew basically, pretty much immediately, that this was it. But I'm not like totally tied to it either. So if somebody still wants it, that's fine as well. Won't really bother me. So in the meantime, until that gets kind of sorted out, what we're gonna do? Maybe we'll come in and out like that. There we go. And I'll just leave a little hole here with maybe a trapdoor. Until then, basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna transfer my stuff over here. All my belongings, for the most part. And if we end up not using it, we will move further afield. And if not, everything will be here ready to go. And I'm going to start doing some planning. I need to measure out... Oops. I need to measure out some things. For instance, sort of the size and distance of certain elements of the house. I'm thinking of the torches on my temporary house that's only going to be here. And now there's no spot here for a torch, and it just drives me nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3 blocks. Unacceptable. What do I do? Let's go 2 blocks, space, 2 blocks, space. Oh, that works. We still don't have room for one here. I'll live with it. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, look how dark this is. And we'll just put some torches. Nope, there's a ladder there. Can't put a torch there. We gotta space it differently. Space it differently. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh man, this is so frustrating. And it's just my stupid little temporary house. Let's put them... Can I put them like that? Oh yeah, I can, because it's this is an entity. It's not a block per se. Yeah, whatever. I'll fix that later. Gosh, I'm so ridiculous sometimes. Okay, next I need to make a trapdoor. We're probably fine just the way it is, but yeah, you know, it doesn't hurt to be totally paranoid. So the super house, it's not gonna just have, unlike the lens, it's not gonna just have plant farms like the last one. It's also gonna contain all of the animals that were, let's see, I need to label some of these things because otherwise it's going to get confusing. So let me have a little bit more of that. Whoops. Whoops. It's going to have all the animals. So last time with the lens, the animal pens ended up being kind of embedded in the mountainside. So it was still kind of part of the overall house, but it was a little different. I guess I'll put the crafted stuff way down here. There's an empty spot there. I'll fill later. Okay, so stuff like this and that, and the minecart and that, and that. Those all go in there. I'll keep this on me in case that the portals get blown out by ghasts, however possible. It's going to have animal pens integrated in. Not only that, it's going to have, and this is still conceptual, so it may change actually. Nothing's really written in stone, but the idea is to also have a fully functioning mob farm. So that I can, well, for one thing, so I can make more use of TNT to carve out some things and have fun with whenever I want. Let's see, we'll put, well, we're We're just dumping stuff off, so let's just put it wherever it fits. This will be miscellaneous blocks. It's also going to have, hypothetically, an iron golem farm, because I'm going to need a stupid amount of metal for this thing, mostly for pistons and things like that. Also for beacons. So we're going to have that. Let's see, let's make a plant box. Let's put this down here. This is the plant box. There, those are some plants. You're welcome, plant box. Chest. That's the wrong type. You go in there. It's going to have a gold farm, because I'm going to need a lot of gold. And it's not just because I want the resources. It's also because I want to try to organize all these things into one thing. That's what I find interesting. That's why I tend to make the houses that are so big and crazy, because I try to make it all work together. And I've never succeeded, but one of these times I may nail it. Okay, miscellaneous blocks. We need an ore block. Not an ore block, an ore box. Okay, that'll be my ore box. There we go. This will go in here. That'll go in there. I guess I'll put saddles in there for now. Food will also go in the plant box. I'm just going to empty this thing out. And then I guess we'll, for the rest of the video, we'll go maybe right around a little bit. Set my spawn here. I really wish there was like a magic mirror. What's a Terraria item that lets you fly or teleport back to where your spawn is set. I really wish there was an item like that in the game. That would be fantastic. Unfortunately, there is not. Okay, we have the use set up, so we don't need the pick. I'm not going to use this for my toolbox. So I guess for now, I'll just put my tools in the crafted box. That'll work. There's a fortune pick I brought. Don't need the axe just yet. No, I'm going to leave that on me because I'm going to be chopping down blocks at my old house. Okay, we need a drop box. A box for monster drops. We'll put that under the plant box because the plant drops are for drops from plants. Monster box, drops from monsters. Okay, and that it's empty. Good. All right, and we don't need all these potions. Those will go in here for now. I'll just take one of each, just in case. We can drop those and those. Oh, we need a redstone box. I will, you know what, I'll differentiate these more off camera, because I'm sure you don't care that much. I'm sure it's not that interesting. Maybe it is for some people, but for most people, no. Ish no think so. Okay, and I don't need that many ender pearls. So the ender pearls go until I get an ender pearl box. They go in the drop box. All right, so let's go look around. When I go do another load, I will empty my stuff more. I thought about using donkeys to transfer stuff in a big load. The only problem is that, well, there's a few problems. One, I don't have a straight shot tunnel from my old place to this place. I would have to go through the top of the nether from the Death Starter house. What time is it? Let's, oh, I'm the only one online. Let's change it to day. I would have to go from the roof of the nether, that tunnel that leads to the Death Starter house. I'd have to go from there, then down the ladder to the new hub. So I'd have to build some way to get the donkeys down there. I'd have to expand my tunnel so they could get through my tunnel to get to the Death Starter house. Okay, buddy, let's go look around a little bit. And then we'll do a little pillar so we get an aerial shot, too. It occurs to me that I probably am going to put a picture of this on the thumbnail. And I spent some time teasing what it was going to be. So maybe I'll have to try and be tricksy about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a picture of a jungle or something in the thumbnail. I'm a little worried about this creeper with how laggy things are. So yeah, I don't have a direct path to get the donkeys through. Same thing with storage mine carts. So what I may do is just try to bring important stuff through first, and then bring things through as I want them later, like enchanting books. Is this guy even... Are we even synced up in the same game, me and this guy? Alright, no, apparently we are. I may do that. I can take basically a double chest at a time. How did that arrow land that way? It's facing the wrong way. Okay, thank you. Let's take a little ride around. Unfortunately, this area is not kitted out for horse travel, as you can see. Basically, we're on a kind of a peninsula, this mesa here. Well, it's not totally isolated, I don't think, if I remember correctly. And I'm thinking of putting it either sort of sitting on top of this, in the middle of this tabletop here. Or there's another one nearby, which is kind of smaller. I haven't quite decided yet, and it depends on what people say of if they have any plans for there. That one right there is pretty neat. It kind of depends on the overall size I go for of the base. I have not decided. But yeah, the house is going to be crazy. Yeah, I guess we can't really look around too much from here. Iron farm, gold farm, mob farm, sheeps, cows, pigs, horses, chickens maybe, if I have the patience for them. All the different plant types. It's going to be kind of massive. And then I have some interesting ideas for the way that storage is going to work. I want to try and integrate all that together in a way that I never really had before, and I've never seen anyone else do. Yeah, so we'll have this storage area. It'll be like the brain of the thing. I'm dreaming big. I'm dreaming big. This project is going to be monumental. Okay, let's put the horse down. He's not really... We'll make some bridges later, just so we can get across to the other mesas, and we can do some exploration. Maybe what we should do is just get an aerial view with my tried and true method of ladder and block. Ladder and block. So next episode, me and BOO is going to do something together. I'm not sure exactly what we're doing yet. And we're going to talk a bit about the E-Pranker series. People keep asking us to do that. And I know people... Every person, almost every person at Minecon talked to me. He asked me, or they asked me, for the most part, about two things. One, E-Pranker stuff. Two, when are you starting your new super house? Or have you started it? Where's it going to be? Questions about it. Those were by far the two most common topics that came up. So me and B-Dubs, we're going to do something. I got some plans, too, to do some stuff with him besides just next episode. But we're going to do something next episode. I don't know what. Maybe leave some ideas in the comments. Maybe we'll build something. Maybe Abba caving. I don't know. But here's the area. You can kind of see that this area sort of sits in the middle. Oh, I guess it is isolated. Well, you could run down this and then down that. So it's sort of... You could get down there from here. But it's mostly isolated. And then you've got these other ones all around it with some water as well. And the nice colorful bands. And I'm thinking that we're going to make the house to have a contrast. It's going to be mostly... Well, no. Zip. We'll talk about that another time. I haven't even told you what the name of the thing is. And it's got a name. Yeah, we're going to leave that for another time. I don't even know if I'm going to be building here. So I really shouldn't get attached. But I do like this area. If we build here, it's either going to be here or maybe on this guy. It depends on my approach to the thing. I think that's probably about it. That's probably enough. I'm going to start... Whoa, gosh. I'm going to start repeating myself. So, yeah, I will... I'm going to start hauling stuff back and forth. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you're excited for a new crazy house. I'm excited. It's been a while. So, we will... we'll see you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.